Well, that's pretty rich coming from you.
These are so good.
All right, Mariah, let's take it easy on the beer today.
Mariah kind of wants us to do a little tipsy episode today, so we're gonna let her drink, let her loosen up. We have a big.
She gets extensions in. She just starts cracking mango cards.
Oh, that's why you got extensions in, because for the trip.
Oh, is that there's extensions?
I just clipped them in just now.
Oh, they're clipping.
Yeah. Oh, can you see the tracks?
Absolutely not.
Oh, good. Okay.
Can you?
You clipped them in yourself.
Yeah, I could take one out right now. You want to see?
That is
yeah, do it. Do it.
I know. Why don't we? I wish.
Ah! Oh, throw it here. Throw it here.
Yes. It's a lot longer.
There you go. Ooh, hey, hot potato, hot potato. Oh, hey.
Is this real hair?
No.
It feels real.
You think Mariah could afford real hair? Come on. That's just synthetic, baby. She's synthetic, girl.
Hey, can you? No, that's probably dumb, because if you pluck someone's hair, you need the end of the hair to track down the identity, right? But you couldn't. What if you had a crime scene and this is all you wore?
You need the follicle for the DNA?
Yeah, because that was what's in your head, right? You can't just take a. Wait, can you?
If it's attached to the
Wait, if they find hair at a crime scene, doesn't it? They can't still trace it because I feel like it has to be plucked.
Yeah, right? I think the DNA's on the tip of the
the follicle.
I have no idea. It's definitely the tip of the hair follicle.
Good question. I'm pretty sure it's the follicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's why they're like, I need to see if he's my dad. Let's pluck his hair, when they are trying to. See if someone.
So. I don't know.
Matt, do you and Zane want to guess what color this is?
Dark brown.
Yep, it's from the root.
Is it like some fancy word that
Okay, well, I'll say dark brown was the shade below this.
Is this in the world of hair color or
let me guess. Japanese brown.
Amber?
The word brown is not in it, but it is
mocha.
I will say. Well, you're very close.
Oh.
It's in between dark brown and.
I don't have time for this.
Espresso?
I don't know this.
Good.
Good job. Yes.
Yeah.
Damn, good job.
Which brings us to our next thing. Cremota is releasing hair extensions next month. We're doing a collab.
No, they're not.
That's actually not a bad idea.
It's just completely rebrand.
Yeah, Mariah Amato approved. I think that's a great idea.
I'll actually keep these out.
Mariah, we didn't have to do that. You can put it back in if you want.
You don't have time for this.
Oh, now you don't have any hair now. Oh,
see, yeah, your hair is already long.
It thickens it up. It gives it like
it thickens
little
it up. It's definitely not this long.
You see like Taylor's hair? Yeah, always has that umph. She has extensions.
Blast.
Dude, you remember extensions used to be
you can see that shit. Come on.
Extensions used to be so
taboo.
No, or scene girl extensions.
Oh, yeah.
I used to think they were the hottest thing ever. When a girl's hair would be really short, but then she'd have the long fake extensions.
It'd be teased up here, and then you could see the long hot pink.
You liked that?
Well, I was like, not anymore. You look back, you're like, ugh.
No, back then when I saw that, I went, oh, they're seen. Oh, they're MySpace famous. But I never thought it was
what'd they call it? Coontail?
No.
Is that what it was called?
Oh, they would make kind. I think that's what it's called, because they would have a raccoon print.
Well, they would dye it, but they would dye striped sections.
Yeah, like spots.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like zebra print almost.
Yeah.
Well, it was Kiki Cannibal. I had a big crush on in her sister.
Oh, dude, she's definitely your type too.
Dakota Rose. But dude, I always thought they were like 20, when I was younger, and I'm pretty sure they
were 15, 16.
Yes, I used to think she was really cute.
But you liked that hair back then?
I just admire. Well,
I mean, it was
not that, but I admire how she would always switch up what she was doing with her hair. That was pretty bold, but
it was very bold.
Look up Dakota Rose, and she had a sister too that I always thought was Dakota Rose.
Dakota Rose now. Every scene person, top search is now.
Oh, I think she's living in Japan now.
Oh, let's meet up with her.
Could you imagine?
Okay, okay. Just know I was just a young teenager on
Guys,
the internet.
I'm so sorry.
I thought this was cute.
80% of you have no idea what we were talking about. Kiki Cannibal. Should we run the intro?
Yeah, let's do it.
We have so much to talk about. All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1, and do you know how to say 3, 2, 1 in Japanese?
Wait.
I know it. Give me the first one.
Ichi-san.
San-nan.
Ichi-ni-san. I get it, dude.
Ichi-san-nan.
It's coming,
baby.
Spice it up.
There you go. I was doing the little trick that. Well, welcome back, konnichiwa. Welcome back to Unfiltered.
Arigato.
That was good, right?
That was great.
We come back from Japan and we're just speaking like fluent Japanese.
Hi, welcome back to Unfiltered. Thank you for coming. I'm Zane.
I'm Heath.
I'm Matt.
I'm Mariah.
And we're Unfiltered.
And we're Unfiltered. We have such a big day tomorrow.
Yeah. It's I can't believe it's already here.
This is the night before we go to Tokyo.
We're pulling an all-nighter.
I that's why I hate morning flights, because I just can't sleep. I can't sleep, and then I'm thinking about it the whole night, and then it gives me stress, anxiety, and then once I finally fall asleep, I miss the flight because I don't wake
It's
up.
like the first day of school.
Yeah, exactly.
And especially like an international flight, because you're like, okay, do I have everything to like get into the country?
Right.
You feel
What
like you're
am I-
about to commit a
Right.
crime.
Yeah.
You're like, do I know?
Because the chances of you getting stopped are pretty high. So you're like,
Yeah.
what am I possibly going to get stopped for?
But what helped me this time when it comes to the whole packing, like packing to leave the country, is instead of packing nice shit, I pack now comfortable stuff, and it's made it so much easier for
Yeah.
me. It's just it felt better.
You pack
Like,
pack your basics, and then you buy all the flair
Yeah.
when you get there.
everything I'm wearing,
good.
by the way, no graphics on it.
Yeah.
Which made it
Basics,
so
yeah.
much easier.
He just found out what Uniqlo is today.
Oh boy.
No, I know. I'm even before that, like just pack it. Like when I go to Florida, I don't pack I pack basic stuff. I'm not packing anything to go out in at night, anything nice. It's just, I know that like I'm just packing comfortable stuff.
Keep it clean.
It was nice doing it on an international flight. It was just awesome.
Yeah, my look for Japan is going to be waterproof core.
Oh yeah.
Everything I got is like waterproof tactical pants, rain jackets. I bought like waterproof boots.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty pumped.
All
on
right,
it.
my style this time for Japan is going to be 2009 Shia LaBeouf.
Okay.
Oh, love
Yeah, that good little street style.
At times, I don't think I have enough on my back for that, but I'm hoping I look like that. What about you?
I'm going for like I don't know. I'm going like Gorp Corey, but like Ivy Gorp Core, very like preppy Gorp Core. Yeah.
Okay.
So like
is
very
this gonna be?
trail mixy Ivy.
Is it like a new
league.
mat that we're seeing on this trip?
No, it's pretty much the same
Oh,
mat.
it's just say rugby. Just say rugby.
I bet you
and
have
move
that
on.
yellow jacket. I like that on top.
I already got my yellow raincoat and all of that, and I got like a
Wait.
cool little nice trench coat.
What was the jacket that you left at the arena?
The raincoat.
Yeah, the yellow one. Well, I know the guy who made it KJP, and then he resent me one because my mom got it for me for
Wow.
Christmas, and I was like, I cannot explain to my mom that I lost
Oh,
it.
that's
Well,
so funny.
man.
You got another one.
oh no, yeah, he sent it back for me, so I appreciate it.
So quickly, just to recap, if you're a new listener or you didn't watch the episode back in October, it was actually our first episode of season 3 or 4. I forget already. But Heath and I surprised Matt and Mariah on a trip to Tokyo just to thank them for just being a part of the show and being a part of our lives and
thank
just helping so much to make the show
Yeah,
the best
no,
show.
thank
You.
We also wanted to like take care of you guys. So like
Yeah.
we are flying lay down seats. It's gonna be a very comfortable 12-hour flight.
Yeah.
I'm
We're gonna have a
excited
great
and
time.
grateful.
And this is, I mean, it's so important because, I mean, let's backtrack a little bit. Matt has been talking about going to Japan for the past, 8 years of our life.
a long time.
And a lot too. Like you would bring up Japan maybe once a month of how badly you wanted to go.
because I think us as a group, I don't think we like really even traveled that much internationally,
Yeah.
like especially like in the early days
Yeah,
of
exactly.
things, and we always felt like we should, and then everyone always like dreams of like going to the traditional places, Italy, Europe. You that's a place you're always going to go. Tokyo, I feel like, is such our vibe.
Yeah.
It is a sprawling metropolis of wonder and endless stimulation, and it's a place where you hardly get a chance to go once you like start your life.
Exactly.
Like, it's hard to get your family
I've
to
noticed
go to Tokyo.
like we've been talking to people and we've brought up that we're going to Tokyo, and the looks that we get are insane because it's not like, oh, we're going to Cabo and people are like, oh, nice, good.
Yes.
It's like Japan. What?
Yeah.
And it's a really strange feeling when people are like, you're going to Japan.
and everybody that I've told that's been to Japan, they
Super
all of
excited
them,
for you.
They're like, oh my God, you're gonna have
Yeah.
the best time of your life.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing bad about that place. You are going to have the time of your life. And they always say a week is not enough time.
I know.
So
Yeah,
that's something that
But that's what's good is knowing that this isn't going to be our last time.
Exactly.
To go to
I feel like
Tokyo.
we're going to be right back there. Probably in the same year. Honestly,
I don't want to jinx it, but I am a little bit worried. Mariah's passport expires 3 days
Oh yeah.
after we get like
April
go to leave.
2nd, 2023, and we get back on the
So
Can you imagine?
29th.
Hopefully nothing
I know.
happens.
Well, who said? Which one of you said? Well, if something happens and we
Yeah.
get stuck,
Oh yeah.
They would
they
send you
have
back
to
to
send
your-
me back to the U.S. I'm not allowed to stay.
Oh really?
We're going to be like,
Oh, that's
Mariah,
good.
take us back.
Yeah, so on the
Yeah.
Unwind,
I'm cutting
Mariah
it
found
close.
on the Unwind episode like a few weeks ago, Mariah found out that her passport expires literally how many days after?
Like 4 days.
4 days after we're supposed to come back home. But in my head, I'm like, what if something
Just keep our
Right.
fingers crossed.
that would stink.
Because you said there was an issue with David. His
Yeah.
didn't expire, but there's
But
some
still.
places that you can travel to that's give you, they say it has to be within a 6 month.
So yeah, some countries do
explain
like so basically you would have to have like 3 months left on your passport
Okay.
just in case or something like
Which
that.
is still kind of bold because they
Right.
don't say that anywhere.
Yeah.
Like when everybody looks at their passport, they look at the date and they plan around
Right,
the
then
date.
what's the point?
Exactly. And no, like if you're going on a trip and your shit doesn't expire until after you come back,
be like, oh,
why are you
good.
gonna worry about it?
Yeah.
That
I
kind
know.
of
It was stressing me out. I asked Jordan like 100 times. I was like, "You're sure I'm good?" He's like, "You're good."
You know what I thought was interesting was like today when we were like filling out all of our pre-registration stuff before you enter the country. Like,
The what? Wait,
have you
the
commit
what?
the pre-registration stuff? Like, you know, it's I don't know. It's just like, have you committed a crime? And you're like, no.
I've always wanted
But
to press yes and see what happens.
But I was
Right.
like, in the U.S., it's like, have you committed a felon? But like going to Japan, it was like, have you committed a crime? And then you're like, well, what does that mean? Like, have I like? I mean,
Been-
I
been
haven't. I
caught?
have no record, but I'm like, if you had like,
so you have.
Like I've ran a red light.
yeah, like does that? Is
You know
that
what's
gonna
crazy?
show up?
We've all committed a crime
It's amazing.
in some way.
Nobody's perfect.
Is that-
But none of us have a mugshot out there, right?
I don't have
no,
one.
I don't have one.
I have a red light camera shot.
You know what's crazy? You know what's
Oh my
crazy,
goodness.
Heath? I had to think about it.
Oh really?
I had to think about it right now. I was like, drunk nights, you know, people shit gets crazy. I get crazy.
What if one of us just had like is on a no-fly list and the whole time they've just been like, yeah, listen, I snapped on a flight out of Reno one time and
This person I know, girl, I know, she's on a no-fly list
way.
for American Airlines, and and all her friends they've all been trying to figure out why, because this girl's kind of like,
do we know her?
I feel like she. What? Yeah, we know her. We know her.
Oh, I can't wait
don't-
until after the episode.
She's on a no-fly list for American Airlines, and everybody, like her friends, have been trying to figure out
Why?
Why? Because why would you be on a no-fly list?
That's a hard thing to accomplish.
It's very hard to accomplish that.
She snapped at somebody.
Or she was
No.
mistaken for
I don't
somebody.
think. This is what I think. I think she may have done some sexual things on the airplane. That's what a few of us think, which makes sense. Which I think that's why they're trying to figure out. Like they keep calling her, and they're like, "Hey, this person, blah blah," and they cannot give that information
Interesting.
out. And I think that girl has also tried calling in front of her friends, and I think she can't even get through
That's funny.
to the airline on why she's on the no-fly
That
list.
has to be so awkward if you are on a no-fly list for a particular airline, but you like are keeping it a secret from
And
your friends, and everyone's like, "Come on, we're all getting on the flight. Let's get." And you're
Right.
like, "I'm gonna go take United," and you're like, "Why? Why can't you do it? It's even cheaper." They go, I can't. It's
I think it's
points.
It stinks to have to be on a no-fly list on any airline. Like I've had to fly, I feel like on every airline because something happens
Yeah.
where you have to fly an airline that,
You don't want.
it's that stinks. And I honestly feel bad for her that she's on this no-fly list. But I would love to know
Are you cleaning up your image?
man.
You said stinks like 4 times. It's just really funny.
yeah.
Oh no, I would have said sucks, but I just said stinks. I don't know.
That's okay. You can switch
Yeah.
it up.
No,
I've been
I like it.
I've been saying shoot a lot lately.
Gosh dang
Wow.
it.
I think Mariah's
do you
like,
curse?
I think Mariah's like kind of rubbing off on me too, though.
Mariah, do you curse?
Hell yeah, I do.
Heck freaking yeah, I do.
What's your favorite curse word?
I'm done.
You are,
That's good.
That's good.
dude. You know what happened to
But-
me today? No. Wait, we can. Never mind.
Wait, what happened to you today?
I thought you were like, I'm done. Like,
Oh no! It was like a impulse, like a, what do you call that when you have something in your brain? you just-
Intrusive thought.
thought.
Intrusive thought. Yeah. I didn't choose myself the other day where I was, I think out loud, like, I said, no, I shouldn't even say that. Okay. What was your story?
This morning, I took Athletic Greens, all respect to the brand. I've had it multiple times in the past.
I love Athletic
I'm driving and all of a sudden my face just starts like, I start feeling like my skin is like about to peel off.
Like a pre-workout?
Like yes, at first I thought it was like a niacin effect. Like after you take a pre-workout, you start getting tingly, and I'm like, is there niacin in Athletic Greens? Like that doesn't make sense. And then I look in the mirror, dude, my face it looks like I'd been like sunburned, and I was like, oh my god! And thank God I was on the way to like the pharmacy to pick up
I'm just curious, were you hungover?
No, I wasn't hungover. It was this morning. I didn't drink last night.
This morning. Okay,
it was this morning, but I was like, thank gosh, I'm already on my way to Kaiser. Maybe if anything happens. But I Googled it, and apparently it happens if you take it like on an empty stomach. But I've taken it before. Dude, my face, I thought I was going to die today.
It felt like it was peeling off, or it looked like it was peeling off?
And then, well, first, because I was driving, I'm like, something's wrong. And then I look in the rearview mirror, dude, my face was fully red. I even took pictures of it. And
Matt forgot he had taken a lot of shrooms the night before, and he's like finally kicking in.
Oh boy, no. But dude, I was like, oh, you can.
Oh my god, they're live
Wait,
photos.
Matt,
Hold it down. Hold it down.
You look fine.
Well, I was like hamming it up maybe for Snapchat.
Zane, the saturation,
Boost it, baby.
vibrance.
But I read on Reddit that it happens to a lot of people. But I was spooked today because I'm like, I can't believe it. Fucking Japan. Like I was worried. Like I realized I was allergic to something.
I was worried about it too. A lot of people are just getting sick all of a sudden this past week. So I was really scared that I was gonna just get sick.
That was my biggest fear.
Did you hear Carly got appendicitis?
Yes, I saw that.
And it's all your fault.
Shit, I don't know. It's not.
It's crazy how you both talked about it too, like to each other.
You both had the same fear, right?
Yeah, it happened.
And she was going to the Taylor Swift concert.
Yes,
that was you both were scared that something was going to happen before a big event, and it
happened to her.
Taylor Swift.
I just don't like that's weird. There has to be something in the universe that's just playing fucking true. That's so just. What's the word?
Not a coincidence. That's
not
crazy.
Exactly.
I know. My heart broke for her because I was just like, you take the Taylor Swift concert. Oh, but no, yeah, but I mean, now she's fine, but it's just so weird that like it happened. Thoughts become things. But I don't feel like But
it's good that it happened already, though. It can't happen again.
Yeah, I know. Like that's the best is like having the peace of mind about that.
I think it's better happening when you're younger than older, right?
Is it more likely when you're younger? Or is it just any time?
I think it does kind of, it happens, but I think in like your 30s to like 45, like that range, it tends to happen to people. I think.
What was the chance of it happening to a person again? Like what's the?
1 out of 20.
Which is crazy because you guys are right next to each other.
we were all 20, so I guess it makes sense. Because we're all 40.
Because on Good Influences, I guessed it was 1 out of 8. And then they're like, that's way too high. But I was like, but if you're around a large, at least a big group of people, somebody has had appendicitis.
That's pretty crazy.
And it was actually 1 out of 20, which still is like, get it out. We should all be getting our appendixes out. Just saying.
Don't shame
I'll be
me.
that. I don't mind ripping mine out.
Can you imagine if it happened?
I don't know. I like mine.
Carly's, they showed it to her.
Oh.
They showed it, but I think because she kind of like asked questions about seeing it, and then they had it.
I'm surprised that she even wanted to see it. I feel like she would like faint.
I couldn't make up in my head what an appendix looks like.
Oh,
if somebody was like,
the shape of like a triangle, right?
Draw an appendix,
like a triangle, like a.
It's an appendage. So like like the end of.
I'm thinking of
It's like a pinky. It's like almost like the shape of a pinky at the end. You know, like a water balloon. When you tie a water balloon, there's the little head at the tip. It's like that. But it's at the end of your large intestine.
Oh, I knew that.
You know what? It's Carly's story to say, but it's
that kind of looks like something you want to tickle.
But apparently that's the area that when like we as humans were like eating, you know, like a lot of like raw meat and bones and stuff, like it was like an area where that type of food was like digested.
So we should all just remove that, right? So we don't get an appendicitis.
Oh yeah, because you don't need it.
I think we should, but I don't know.
Kind of like your your tonsils?
Yeah.
They get those removed?
My brother, I think both my brother and my mom, but I haven't had to deal
It's
with
weird
that
they say like now if you get your tonsils removed as an adult, it's more intense than it was when you're a kid. And I'm like,
oh no.
huh? Is that just because now you have full-on adults getting removed who are like, no, it's really bad, rather than being a kid being like.
Same with circumcision.
Well, okay. That I feel like would be way more intense as an adult.
Who is like 30 years old? Like, you know what? I probably should.
No, there
New Jews, I guess.
People,
convert, you know.
I have a question.
Imagine the day before going to that surgery.
You'd have to knock me out. Like, I'm out.
You have to knock me out for days.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I can't even. I wouldn't be able to even look at. I would faint the moment I had to like pee.
You'd have to like get used to it.
That's crazy.
I have a question. Are you both happy with your circumcised?
Yeah, but I don't think, unless you're Jewish, I don't think we should be circumcised.
Are you glad that you got it?
Sure.
I don't know. I don't know any different.
But the reason why I got
you don't know the difference between.
No, I don't. I have nothing to compare it to.
One is like it's like this.
I know what to compare it to. An uncircumcised penis. I'll say it right now. I'm glad that I got a circumcised.
It's like this, and then it's like this.
No, I know what it is. I can't be like
with what you're working with right now. Imagine it being an uncircumcised. I couldn't even look at it.
If you were uncircumcised,
I'm saying with what I'm just with my
Zane would give you extra length.
I think Zane's just like that's the last thing he needs.
That's the last thing I need. That's just the last thing I need.
There's tons. Majority of the world is uncircumcised.
No,
I bet a bunch of our listeners.
I'm not giving shit to people that have an uncircumcised penis.
Oh.
I'm talking about myself.
Jordan's looking around.
I do have one.
You have one? What? Let me see it right now.
No.
I don't have my appendix.
No. Your
And
penis.
I'm uncircumcised.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, baby. We should do like a showing. Like a show. Oh, come to the unwind after. We're gonna show on the unwind. We actually can, right?
Wow, you'll learn something.
Wait, can we on Patreon?
Technically, yeah.
We could do it on Patreon.
You
right?
could show it. Patreon.com/Zane and Heath.
Nudity on Patreon?
I think so.
If
Then
y'all
what's the
keep it a
difference?
secret.
You can do so. There's.
We just got to keep it.
Give
a
this
secret.
video a thumbs up if you would keep it a secret.
We've talked about doing a naked episode though, but we just like we blur, but we would just blur out everything.
Yeah,
I just think would be like funny, just these clips of us like talking. But
I just love Jordan sitting there listening this whole time, just being like,
That checks out. That's
that's
is
amazing.
I need
like
to pee now.
ask him the question if he would. Like,
you know,
great. You have the
oh my god! All right, let's.
Jordan, hop on real quick while he's in the bathroom.
Matt's in the bathroom.
Look at Jordan's audio.
Hop on in,
Jordan's
Jordan.
audio recorder. He takes voice memos during the day.
Okay, everybody, welcome Jordan. He is
Uncircumcised.
No, I wanted to. This everybody.
Zane
This is
and
Jordan
Heath
for new viewers.
Our spinoff.
Not only is Jordan Heath's assistant, but
think
not
Zane
only
heard
that, but he's
that.
his best friend, and also he is a semi-producer of the show. So we're gonna have him on here, and he's also uncircumcised.
Zane, did you hear me?
Okay, so tell us a little bit about your uncircumcised. Do you like it? Are you well? First, are you happy with it?
I like it, and it's like it's wearing a sweater, like a hoodie.
It's like a turtleneck.
Okay.
Clothes. Yes, and it does turn into looking like
A monster.
It does look like a normal penis.
Yeah, it is because half the world has it. So of course it's
Normal.
normal for you. This is normal for me.
Would you rather?
I would never cut it.
Well, no, not now. But you know what, like,
Yeah.
one looks like in the other. What would you want to do?
Aesthetically, what?
Aesthetically wise, yeah.
Aesthetically wise, I still wouldn't cut it.
That's good. Love that. Love yourself.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us, Jordan, for the uncircumcised segment.
Imagine that was his debut.
Right?
Oh, nobody knows what he looks like.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our sponsor of this podcast, BetterHelp.
Getting to know yourself can be a lifelong process, especially because we're always growing and changing.
Therapy is about deepening your self-awareness and understanding, because sometimes we don't know what we want or why we react the way we do until we talk through things.
BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who can take you on that journey of self-discovery from wherever you are.
So if you're thinking about starting therapy, therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online and it's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule.
It's super easy. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge.
And the best part about BetterHelp is the fact that you can do it from anywhere you want in the comfort of your own home. You don't have to go sit in traffic or waste any gas money. It's super convenient and it's right at your fingertips.
So discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/Zane and Heath today to get 10% off your first month.
Again, that's BetterHelp.com/Zane and Heath.
Thank you, BetterHelp, for sponsoring today's episode. We love you.
Can we move on to something like sweet?
Yes.
Yeah, we should talk about your body parts now.
Let's talk about our cute little morning.
What? Right.
All right, the past couple days. Okay, let me start over. A couple days ago, I woke up to a text from Jordan, and he said, "I'm uncircumcised." I think I'm uncircumcised. He said, "There's a duck in the pool." And I was like, no freaking way.
Everybody listening to have ducks in their home, they're like,
So we go outside and
Sure
lo
enough.
and behold, there is a little duck swimming in the pool.
You've never seen ducks in Santa, or not Santa, in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
Pennsylvania.
in LA.
We're in Los
it's
Angeles.
just like a
Where-
mallard.
Okay,
in the
can I
back.
be- if I saw a duck, I wouldn't think twice because I see it all the time in Florida. But like, I don't think I would have like.
It's in your backyard. It's
Yeah,
in
it's
your pool.
like,
When was the last time you saw a duck in California?
No, I understand that, but I don't think I would have been able to tell that I have not seen ducks out here because I've seen ducks so many times in my life. That's what I'm saying. That's why I asked, did you see ducks a lot in your hometown?
put yourself in my shoes. Pretend you're at your house. You wake up and there's a duck in your pool.
I don't think he would have noticed
Dude,
it.
I'm so
I wouldn't-
confused.
I
I,
wouldn't have
thought
no-
this was so fun.
I think it is. No, it's
Me
always a rare
personally, I
occurrence.
wouldn't have
All right.
noticed it, but that's why I asked, do you see a lot of ducks in your hometown? That's,
No, it's your duck is in your pool in your backyard.
is there a lot of ducks in your hometown?
Yeah, I've been seeing ducks my whole
Okay,
life.
good. That's all I want to know. So
Okay.
you were able to
Oh my
notice
God.
that ducks
Yeah, I
aren't
didn't even
here.
put a dent in the story. All right, so I wake up and Jordan's like, "There's a duck in the pool." So we're throwing.
Okay, so what color was this?
We're
duck?
throwing
Beautiful
crack-
mallard.
We're throwing crackers at it, bread, and it's not scared or anything. And for half the day, it was taking naps in the grass. I think it saw the chickens
In the hot tub.
I think it saw the chickens, and that was confirmation. Like, I'm safe here.
Oh.
And we don't see a lot of ducks in LA, so we're like, where the hell did this duck come from? It was pretty cool. So
Well,
stayed
wait till
for
the duck
half the
hears about
day.
Flo.
Eventually flew away, left, got spooked, and yesterday morning we wake up. Not only is the duck in the pool, but her boyfriend joined her.
Were they?
It
They were
seems like
ducking.
it.
They were
There's
ducking.
a lot of privacy back here, so
Okay.
I
A
don't
little bit
know.
of duck, duck, goose.
I thought it was so cute. They were sleeping together. That's what
That's pretty
exactly
awesome.
what they looked like.
Wow.
Mariah, did you give him a condom?
A cracker.
Okay, same thing.
I just thought that was so cute.
That is
Wait,
cute.
that's what it like.
That's
those
So
are the
the
two
male-
ducks look
Exactly
like.
the two.
The male is on the right and the female's on the left.
Are they going to leave ducklings? Well, surely
hope-
they got to be like, is it just me or is this chlorine? Like,
I
there
know.
ain't no minnows
Trust
here.
me, we looked it all up. I said, should they be drinking this much pool water? Should we shoo them away? But like I said, I think they're taking after the chickens and they're seeing that we're feeding the chickens and they're eating it and they're okay around us. We're holding the chickens in front of them and they just hang out and they stay.
Oh, y'all love that this shit is a zoo, huh?
It's out of
get a
control.
giraffe. Keep bringing him.
It's interfering with work.
It's out of control.
I bet.
I just sit there and I talk to the squirrel and the chickens.
You talk to the squirrel by yourself,
Like Dr. and Mrs. Doolittle over here.
It's bad.
Heath.
It's bad.
No, look at me.
I know it's bad. It's a problem. We just feed them all day.
So,
but we're hoping
have you ever talked shit about me to the squirrel?
this fucking.
Anyway, that's all I have.
That's really
No, but
cute.
we're hoping they come back because I really do want to take them in.
The ducks?
The ducks?
I have this vision of them going into the chicken coop and like hanging out.
Unless they go after their
Come in the middle of
eggs.
that. Hey, period.
Yeah, but
You should put it like a disco ball in the.
Chicken strips.
Yeah.
can a duck eat like a chicken's egg though for like food? Isn't that weird? Like another bird can eat another bird's like their
Oh, the duck will just like start pecking.
It's just weird how birds will eat other birds' eggs.
Yeah.
That's the most bizarre thing.
Wait,
where it's
I didn't know that.
like I don't know.
Which bird? Like
I guess
what bird
mammals eat other mammals' babies. It's just weird. The egg, or you've ever seen eagles will sometimes go up to a crow's nest and will eat the eggs.
I did not know that.
I think
That's
they're just
pretty
like
crazy.
killing.
Yeah.
I think it's more of like a territory thing that they go in, they know that babies are going to be born, so they're like eliminate.
So evil.
Yeah. Do people eat duck eggs? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Quail
Quail eggs are-
But is quail a duck?
But ducks
Quail-
don't lay.
quail's more bird.
Ducks
It's like a
eggs.
normal-
Ducks eggs are more fertilized though than chicken eggs, though, right? Cause since ducks roam around, they're around the opposite sex more. Rather than a chicken coop, they are cooped up together to produce those eggs. Ducks are most likely laying fertilized
Yeah.
Right,
eggs.
what have you opened up here?
I don't know. I thought it would be like wholesome.
We should bring in a zoo,
A zoologist.
a zookeeper, zoologist.
a zoo person.
I would love that. We should. We should make we bring in a
Career
pilot.
day.
We ask him all the questions.
Yeah.
We bring
I know,
in a
we talk
flight
about it all the
attendant.
time. It's just I guess we just have to ask. We've never directly asked the viewers if they know anybody in that field.
Conan O'Brien always interviews someone who has like a mortician or something, but there's somebody who is a fan of the podcast. So they put out that question. We ask the fans, who is this job? And we have that person on. Though I don't know if any surgeons listen to this podcast.
Let's open it up right now. If any of you listening, or anybody that has a very, very interesting or unusual job,
We should make it a listener or someone who is a listener. Which should have on, right?
I mean, it could be anybody, but it could be somebody that knows somebody that is willing to talk, right? It could be anybody. Yeah, anything interesting, just head up our email that's in the description, and then we will start bringing people in. We should have one every episode.
If this podcast ended tomorrow, what would you do? For work? What would be the first job you would go for?
Deep and dark.
Come on now.
What would I do? I would be a social clip editor.
You'd be Jared.
You're saying this podcast or just everything I'm doing right now?
Yeah, just social media. It's just done. You go find a job.
Oh,
Do people still know and remember you
Yeah.
and aware of what you did? Oh, I'd want to go host a game show.
okay.
Right, I would. I think that's what if there was an ability to even post stuff and you had to go do something, I would do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
That'd be your-
Okay.
It's good.
absolutely.
I would be off the camera. I'd be behind
Okay.
the camera because to this day I don't like being on camera. I'd be behind the camera and I would do some sort of directing. I would oversee commercials and different.
I picture you with one of those big Ronin rigs with the backpack thing with the
Oh yeah.
where it's on a gimbal and the guy's just running
Heath,
around.
honestly, I would, but I am too lazy to
Right,
try
right,
to
right, right.
learn and figure that out. But you know what I want to do? I want to be right next to that person, looking
Telling
at the
them.
shot. Yeah, just
Shooting
directing.
stuff always seems like so much fun, but then it's there's all this fucking equipment you got to do. I just wish it was just this drone thing that just floated around and was so simple and got all the shots. It's just all the gear that to me, I'm I'll respect people who do it. I just know I couldn't deal with the gear and
And you know what's the most frustrating part? And I feel like Marat, you're right with me on this. I hate that my brain is able to come up with all these awesome, insane ideas for just content and just visuals and anything related to just direction or directing in general. And I know that I can never get that
gonna
because
happen,
I just don't know the terminology. I don't know the equipment. I don't know the settings on a camera. I
don't
don't
know where
know,
to
I don't know
begin.
anything. And that is that's the worst.
Yeah.
To feel like
I
you're
know.
in this hole. But
it's
that
coming
you
up
have
with
the
an
brain for it.
invention and then you're now what?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You have the idea, but
Yeah.
execution is difficult.
Exactly. And I think that's a lot of people too. I feel like a lot of people have this problem where in their head they know they can
I just don't want to get on phone calls and talk to people and be all right, so where are we all at with this thing?
I want to
I'd be
show up, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
I want to edit it.
You should be a consultant. You should be a creative consultant on campagins where they go, all right, Zane, we're thinking about doing this for a social media campaign. Do you think this is good or not? What do you want? We'll pay you this much.
But that world, I would hate just the people I'm talking to.
Yeah.
Because you're talking to people that just don't get it.
Oh, hey, but
Those,
that's what they're paying you for.
No, I know.
That's what they're paying for you. Or maybe go treasure hunting. Go find some buried treasure.
I feel like Heath would be really good at hunting treasure.
I would love that.
Do you think you could like find?
I think I could
of,
genuinely find treasure. I do.
Where would you go first?
Honestly, I would just go to random Goodwills and just see what the fuck they're
Honestly?
selling. That would there's all I get sucked into those
you're
TikToks
talking
of
about,
people
like-
who are wheeling,
okay,
dealing,
okay.
going to garage sales, or they end up finding like this is some old Italian
I did that
piece.
the other day. We
Yeah.
went to an estate sale and they had Barbies on
Crazy
Barbies
stuff.
on Barbies from like the 40s and 50s.
Whoa.
I took a picture. I researched every single one.
Yeah.
She was checking.
I was like,
prices
which
on
ones do I need to
eBay.
go back and buy?
And did you find any that were like?
Pretty expensive, yeah. A few $100s.
And I'm guessing these are very old people. They're just trying to get rid of it, or are these?
Well, I think it's most of the time. I feel like an estate sale is when somebody passes away, or
Yeah, so it's just stuff they've had in their
or
house
either
forever.
they're moving away and they don't want to like sit there, like they're just gonna start new.
I'm just
else.
surprised that they don't like those people that are selling, or even very old people. They don't. There's not somebody that tries to catch them to be like, "Hey, can I be your manager for all your stuff? Because I bet you I can sell this stuff."
Well,
for
there
much
are
more."
those
Yeah, yeah,
there
people,
is.
yeah.
Okay.
But those videos though were like they go up on garage sale things, and it's almost like it's a
Gary
freaking
V.
body cam. And then they'll film the person who's selling stuff for a reason. And here's the thing: I get the fucking hustle. I get that a person's probably selling a whole bunch of Hot Wheels
I think
cars.
it's scummy. I
But,
think it's a
but
little
then
scummy.
you post the video on the
How you
internet
ripped
without
them,
without the person knowing. Who knows what the person's going through? Their parents could have fucking died, and they're just trying to get this shit off their hands.
Yeah.
That's fine. I get the hustle. But then you put the video out of this person not knowing they're in this video where they just sold something a deer or who knows.
Yeah.
For hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Now everyone on the internet sees it and they're like, damn, Betty, just saw that you sold one of your things for $10 bucks and it was worth $5,000, Betty. Way to go. And then Betty's feeling like shit. There's just that
messed
blur
up.
out the person's face and they also show their home. It's like a weird
That's
video.
crazy. Yeah.
It's also weird, like going to shop at an estate sale. Like I felt uncomfortable walking around. It's not like a thrift store. Like it's okay to like buy secondhand things and thrift things. But
yeah,
walking
I get
into-
very emotional and attached for them.
walking
Yeah.
into a home and like people's like dishes are out and there's like still soap on the counter.
I'm
and
like,
it's just,
they had dinner on these, and it's like they're.
It's
Can
weird
I-
being in the location and seeing where these products came from.
Yeah.
I gotta say this. So in LA, Patricia agrees with me, and I think some people have caught on to it. A lot of these estate sales they do in LA are fake. They are not real. They are booking this like house that is about to go on the market. But the stuff that's in the house is not the person who lived in the house. It's other shit that didn't get sold at the last estate sale. And they stage it out like the person who lived here was this old cool Hollywood executive that had all of these Life magazines and all this like shit.
Not surprising.
It's all this, it's a staged, it's
Interesting.
the same way when you go to like flea markets now in LA where you think you're gonna get a bargain at a flea market in LA. You're not. It's they're selling you a vibe in this
Right, right.
dream.
Yeah.
And
It was
it's
the
all-
one we went to
it's-
was a famous person.
because maybe it is
Interesting.
the house, but the stuff they bring into it is
Yeah.
someone else who works for another vintage retailer. They're putting it up, and you think that you're buying the thing of the person who lived there, and it's not.
I'm not taking their side at all, but aren't these people that go to these sales? They don't. Do most of them care about the story, or if they're just going to see if they can find something really cool?
Just trying to find a deal, I feel like most of the time.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
They'll
I
have
just-
these LA, then they get the LA influencers to come into the estate sale a few days before to then post it out on TikTok going, guys, there is this new estate sale. And if you look at it, it's all the same.
Damn, I wish I was on this
stage,
TikTok. You guys are on like this.
Well, because
not on it.
I keep going to Patricia and I've been like, this isn't the fucking person's house or what this is.
Yeah.
Some of the products may be, but they pushed in more products that they didn't sell at the last one to keep it
Yeah, I
going.
guess it's just weird for the soul, for like the spirit to just like lie about that because it's
But there are real estate sales, but the Hollywood Hills ones, I'm like,
yeah.
the good ones I would just
Have you
go-
been to anything? You go to like sales like that all the time, like where it's
Just the ones close to here.
Yeah, if we
Oh,
see
okay.
them.
Not all, there are real ones. It's the TikTok ones that go viral where I'm like, this is
Is there a certain
staged.
site you go on, or do you just wait to like see it
You
while
just see
driving?
we just see signs.
Is there a website where like they post these type of like?
Yeah, you can find them
The
online all over.
newspaper.
You should like go on those sites and see if they have ones in like Long Beach. You probably find like crazy stuff that
Yeah.
you just like.
They have a
travel
lot.
outside.
They have like Calabasas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I want to know where people get these barn find cars.
Oh,
I don't understand that stuff.
like the website Barn Find Cars where people will post like an incredibly cool old car.
Or
but-
these people that are buying closed up storage sheds and they'll like pay X amount of dollars for the storage shed, and whatever's in it, they get to keep.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's like, I found this vintage Ferrari.
Isn't that Storage Wars?
Yeah, pretty much. Or it's just storage auctions when someone's not paying their storage anymore.
Yeah.
It goes up for auction.
Is that
Like,
so-
to me, that's cooler than like a scratch off.
Yeah.
You know, imagine like you're like, all right, I'll buy the storage unit. It's either
Right.
going to be empty
Yeah.
or there's going to be like some like old shit you don't want, or there's going to be something really cool in
Was that show real?
Storage Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes,
it
I
just
think
seemed way too good.
it. But
to,
like they
be-
actually do that stuff. Like that's a real thing.
Okay.
the
the
auction's
show-
real.
show-
I think they ask certain people to show up for the shoot, like the
Yeah.
Storage War personalities, and then those people show up and then they shoot that.
Right.
I would. The thing is that once you buy that storage thing, you don't know what's in it, and then you're like, "Fuck!" Now I got to deal with all of this shit. Like,
You
Now
guys
the
want to
junk is
You guys
your
want to one day
responsibility.
buy a storage unit like that and just see what we get?
I'm down.
I think it'd be so fun.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun too.
I feel like I've always wanted to.
Are they? How expensive are they to like buy a storage unit? Like
It's
that?
like an auction, right?
you have a storage unit, don't you?
Yeah, I have a storage
No,
unit.
but
I
he
mean,
wants
it's
to. He wants to like buy a mystery one.
just a mystery
It's
one.
like a giant mystery
Yeah,
box.
I just think it's fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wonder. I bet you would strike gold
It's
if
a
you just
Kinder
go,
Egg.
went a little further out of LA to where there's not the competition. I bet out in LA it's very competitive to buy them. I don't know.
Got it, okay.
I would go to Vegas. I'd buy,
Yes.
go to Vegas. Vegas has the best thrift stores because there's all these eccentric personalities. There's all this like money lost, money gained people
Yeah.
who had everything lost it all. All that shit gets cycled out there. It's a
is a good
great
place to
area to go hunt down. My thoughts.
Bubba, what would you be doing if this ended tomorrow?
I feel like
Pilot.
a pilot would be fun, but I don't think I would enjoy that for the rest of my life. You know?
Yeah.
I don't think I would want to make a career. I feel like that'd be like a cool hobby.
I think you wanted to open like a diner
yeah.
or we were at
Opening a breakfast restaurant would be cool. Or and I still feel like it would be cool to be like SWAT, like something in like a law enforcement.
Oh, so you go into training for this, like.
Like that still seems fun to me.
No, Heath. Look, let's be realistic. I
Yeah.
know you're not
Let's be
going to be a law enforcement like right after this.
No.
Be realistic. Be realistic right now.
I'm throwing out ideas that I think would be like a good career path. Get like a nice pension.
You're putting your life on the line.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love the way you said that.
Can you imagine you're a pilot? You're like, I don't want to fucking fly that plane tomorrow. Like,
But yeah, to me, I feel like being a pilot would be the same as like the same feeling as a taxi driver.
yeah.
You're just like,
Do pilots chat? Are they allowed to be like, so how was that game last night? Or do they have to? Or do they have to be
yeah.
like,
No, they sleep.
Dude, they're an autopilot most of the flight.
Yeah.
Autopilot, yeah.
yeah?
They're not allowed to fly that
Flight
plane.
attendants are checking in, going, I hear a lot of chatting in there. Let's like,
They go to sleep at night and they wake up and they're like, damn, I gotta go.
I have to fly 300 passengers.
yeah, but
Right.
you also like
That's a huge responsibility.
you're away from your family a lot, which I feel like would be kind of.
But you know what? You know
Upsetting.
what's crazy about that? Like every time, like I'll get in Uber cars, Lyft drivers. I go and I look at the person, and a lot of times I could never try. Like there's times where I'm just like, oh god, like I don't
Yeah,
trust
yeah.
this person. But every time I see a pilot,
You know they have to be.
I just respect them.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
just look just.
oh, I
good.
say thank
They-
you every
it's the
time
suit.
to a
It's the
pilot.
suit.
I don't even think it's a suit. I
No,
think
'cause-
it's their whole.
Imagine you get into an Uber or a taxi and they're all wearing suits. You'd be like, wow, I feel good.
Have you ever seen a good
It's-
looking?
Maybe, okay.
You know what? Have you ever seen like a good looking pilot? You're like, damn.
Just like a stud guy.
You're like, damn, what a stud. Like he's just like perfect and he flies planes. Like you're like,
What a weird job though, because like imagine it's the equivalent of like a taxi driver where all they do is put it in drive and like get onto the road,
yeah.
and then like pull off and park.
Yeah.
Like pilots aren't flying.
It almost
You know what I
feels
mean?
like
They're
be-
literally just they take off and they land. Like that's their job.
I think it makes sense that their main job.
Oh, we talk about flying on this podcast so
We
fucking
should start.
much.
We should start having consequences. we start talking about it.
I think their main job
we're
is
not talking about turbulence or accidents.
Yes.
I think their main job is when something happens and they need to
Yeah,
take
you
control.
gotta-
They
yeah,
know
yeah.
exactly what to do. That's it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. One time I saw a pilot, like I was getting on a plane and it was a full on, I swear to God, it was like a 22-year-old. And
Oh yeah.
Not
it
enough
was a
experience.
young kid. I'm like, I'm looking at everybody. I want to make sure everybody's seeing this.
Yeah.
Like y'all seeing this kid? It's a kid about to fly this plane.
Patricia and I were on one, and the pilot starts talking. I'm like, That is like a frat dude up there. It's like, hey guys, what's up? So we're just gonna be like taking this flight up, and we're like,
be up here vibing for a few hours.
You gotta be like past the age of 45 for me to feel comfortable.
Or do you ever get the announcement where they're like, "This is Captain So and So's final flight before retirement," and you're kind of like, "This could go so many ways."
Why have we all gotten that?
This could go so many ways.
Absolutely not.
He could be like,
What about also surgeons?
corkscrew.
I don't know. I feel like if I was a pilot, I'd want to do a corkscrew.
The intrusive thoughts that you would have as a pilot,
Yeah,
just to crank it and
what have you
barrel
always
roll.
urged to do as a pilot?
Just this.
Or just
He's
like
done anyway.
just one little, just like just one bank. One bank.
What if they were like, guys, we're about to hit some turbulence here, and the guy's just like this, just to have some fun. It's not actually turbulence. He's just like
He's hooking up with the flight attendant.
his ass is hitting
He opens the
yoke.
curtain. He's like, oh.
Oh, you know they do nasty stuff. I knew this one guy who was a
That's
flight attendant that would talk about like hooking up with the stewardesses.
What?
On the plane, like crazy stuff.
Oh yeah. Is that
I mean, it's got to be like a fantasy thing, right?
Mile High Club.
Oh baby, that was on Frontier. Oh,
And back to
the pilot's just like, put y'all tray tables up.
Oh god.
But also, like, it's like surgeons too. If you're getting a surge, it's funny now. Like, we're 30 years old. I know some people from college. They're now full on surgeons, and I'm like,
yes,
huh?
yes.
And then but then you want to get surgery from someone who's at least been doing it for 10, 15 years. But you know, anybody to get to that point has to start off.
Exactly. They have to start on somebody, and they have to have their second and third, but nobody wants to be that first, second, third, fourth, fifth person.
But that's why they do a lot of volunteer work, because they go and like do a bunch of it for free to like get the practice, which is noble and necessary.
They don't charge
a lot
the
of
patients.
a lot of surgeons, when you meet them, have had huge like stints where they go like abroad somewhere to a country in need and will do surgeries for free.
Yeah.
And then get a bunch of experience.
That's good.
But like, I'm not saying they're using them as guinea pigs, but it's weird. But like, that's where they get a lot of like.
But like the thing is that we need surgeons. You know, surgeons get old, they die. Like we have to. We just need to replace.
It's amazing, even like an assistant to an anesthesiologist, how much they make.
Oh
It's
yeah,
unbelievable.
anesthesiologists.
How much do they make?
Like
hundreds and hundreds of thousands.
like-
What?
a year? Yeah.
There was, I think there was one girl that was asked, like she was an assistant to the regional manager, an assistant to an anesthesiologist,
Yeah.
and she said 200K a year for her first year.
That's
Yeah.
insane. That's awesome.
There's a lot on anesthesiology. I'm pretty sure it's like you have to operate on like 3 different levels. It's like the medication to numb the body, the medication to like numb the nerves, and then the mind.
wow.
And it's you, depending on the person's age, their weight, it's all this like math of figuring out the perfect amount. And
you got to make that call.
and it has to be right, and you have to know the person's medical history, their blood pressure, all of it. And if you just get it right, like, yeah. Also, actuarial, isn't it actuarial mathematicians or scientists, people who calculate everything that could go wrong? Like Along Came Polly. Do you remember that movie?
Yeah.
Ben Stiller's character is a person who calculates risk. They're the people, they make so much money, and their job is to come in and calculate what could go wrong and how
I
it
think
can
I
go
could
wrong.
be good at that.
It's a lot of math.
Yeah.
A lot of
You
math.
get a math?
No.
You would be a great job. A translator. You already know what the other person says, like the back of your hand. You get hired just to go, it's this.
Right.
Boom.
Oh, you know what?
Done.
You know what I would
That's
do?
true.
Oh, ASL signing. You go to Coachella and you're like up there with like Cardi B,
Yeah.
and you're just like busting it out.
You know what I would
That's-
do if I was a translator? Just play around a little bit. Just say something completely different.
That's happened
And then you
multiple
get
times.
caught.
It's like the one that faked her way on like live TV. You remember
Well,
that?
no, that one. The thing is that's everybody seeing that you're like you'll lose your job right
Yeah.
there and then. But like no, if you hire a translator for like a 2-person meeting and you are just given the wrong information to both sides, I just wonder where what would happen? Like where would you go?
What a good job if you want to be like the chess master, like moving. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you are controlling 2 different conversations to get whatever you want without the other people knowing.
You can fuck shit up.
You know the Yucatan
Wow.
Peninsula? You know the Yucatan Peninsula?
No.
It's in like South America. It's
Right.
like one of the big it juts out from like, I'm pretty sure it's like South of Mexico before you hit South America or Central America. Anyways, Yucatan Peninsula, the name Yucatan means I don't understand what you're saying. So like when the explorers came over and they were like, what is the name of this? They were like, Yucatan, Yucatan. They were like,
Oh my goodness.
and it wasn't until like years
funny.
later they realized that it meant I don't understand what you mean. And so
That's
that whole
really
area is
funny.
named after that's the Yucatan Peninsula right after Mexico.
Whose idea was that?
That's
Come
really
on.
cool.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Yo, give it up for cartographers.
I know.
Unreal. How people did this shit before the internet, before any, like, unreal.
Even though the world map is still incredibly wrong, though. You know, like the size of the United States, like if you drag it over to certain areas, it's not what it is.
No.
Like,
what's the accurate world map of what the world really looks like? The sizing of it?
There's a website you can go to where you can like drag the US over top of Africa and see like the actual size comparison.
Why wouldn't they just make it realistic?
Well, a lot of it has to do with like imperialism and trying to be the most important country, and they didn't want like other countries to look bigger than what they were on the map. We wanted it to make it look like, I don't know if it's America or if it was like,
maybe it's Australia.
oh, it's really this size. That's what it looks like.
Wait.
So that's the map of what we think it looks like. But if you put everything down to true size, that's how big it is. Not like connection wise, but
that is embarrassing.
like Canada.
Wait.
Russia isn't
like compared
that
to Africa?
So Africa's perfect size, really, basically.
Oh, this is true because look at Alaska. Look how big. Yeah. Okay.
So
Wait,
Russia is not that big.
I never knew this. But now it makes sense. Look how
Very
ridiculous Alaska looks.
But if you did put it all together, it looks kind of like
Yeah.
We are ugly.
Dude,
We are ugly as a planet. Look at that shit. It's the ugly duckling.
sometimes you know the whole Pangea thing.
We got face tuned. We've been face tuned since the jump.
When in reality, we're pretty snatched.
We are pretty snatched.
Thinner than we thought.
Skinny
Yeah,
mini.
bitch.
Skinny mini.
Eat that. Okay, Greenland. I did not. What?
Oh, Greenland is
Bro, what a
drastically.
lie.
Wow.
Where is Antarctica?
Dude,
in all
Africa,
this?
y'all stay true to your. Look at that.
Has anybody
Africa
seen
hasn't
Antarctica?
fucking moved a muscle.
Yeah, how big is that shit?
I've been really thinking about going to Antarctica. Like
You can't?
in the next. Yes, you can. Chris Clemens just went there.
I thought you have to be approved like North Korea.
No, that's a whole nother thing, dude. I go down holes about North Korea in like wanting to go there, but I'm like, Matt, what the fuck are you doing?
Matt.
Because you'll see these TikToks of people who are like, I've been to North Korea. You can go on a whole tourist or a guided tour in North Korea. You get approved and everything, and you go there for a week. And like, if you just behave, they go through your phone and everything. But just to say that you've been there, I don't know.
Not many people have been able to say that, which is pretty crazy.
But Antarctica is one of those ones where you ain't gonna go take your family down to Antarctica. So the moment you have kids, it's like you have to wait until you retire.
Do they got like cabins out there?
you go on a cruise.
You have to go on a cruise, and then they pull up the boat to like the outskirts. You can't like go explore. You can't do anything really.
There's
it's
nothing
just
there.
How far can you? How big?
they take you to like specific designated areas.
Okay, that's a bit much. Antarctica I-dos, couples who got married in Antarctica.
I mean, honestly, that's kind of cool, I guess.
You make all your friends come to our wedding and say Antarctica.
Everybody's penguins.
I just think it's very interesting. You can't go like fly a plane.
Oh,
around it.
Antarctica,
You can't just
I'll
go
be getting
take
off.
You
take
can't
one
take your
pic.
own boat around there. You can't do anything.
What they say about the planes is that there's just too much turbulence. It's the weather or the
No. You can't like if you owned a plane, you couldn't just like go fly over and explore.
I feel like the terrain is changing constantly. It's not like it's on like a.
That's what they say. That's what they say. That the weather is not safe enough to fly over that, right?
Well,
You
you're
wanna
saying like
risk
on
it.
like commercial flights.
Here we go.
Right.
I know. I was trying to.
I'm saying like if you wanted to like take your own plane and just go fly, like and just go explore, you cannot.
It costs about you go down to South America, the very tip. You take a cruise, you go down there. It's about $10,000 a person to do it.
Wow.
You can
It's
you
very
can get it down to
expensive.
like 5,000. But I'd be like, just to say you did it, That's the whole point of going to Antarctica.
I want to jump in the
Well, not.
we should all-
shouldn't travel just to say you did things, but it's
We
one
should
of
all
those bucket lists.
cannonball in the edge of Antarctica in the water.
Hell no. I can't believe the Titanic people have canceled on us twice.
Yeah, I know.
don't.
Twice.
For the people who are listening, there's a Titanic exhibit in LA. They created like basically the whole set or the interior of the Titanic, and we have had these. We've been so interested in going. We've had 2 times.
And then when
They
we
canceled it both
when
times.
we rebooked it 2 weeks in advance, literally the day before, canceled.
I just want to put my hand in
In
the
the
water.
water.
To
I know.
to know how cold it was, even though I could just do that at
can
home.
literally, yeah.
But I just want to just know.
It's definitely colder than you think.
Did you see the lady talking about one of the Titanic survivors?
Yes.
About the boat splitting in half,
Yeah.
and then everybody was telling her that she was wrong.
Yeah.
Because they were like trying to go with like their story of what happened and how it
She was a
She's
little
like-
girl when
she's
it
like,
sunk,
that's not
and
what
she
happened.
got on one of the first the little boats, and she told everybody, "I saw it break in half. I saw it break in half," and everyone's telling this girl that was on the boat, "No, you didn't. It just sunk. It
Like,
just sunk, or whatever."
How many? Was there anybody else to back her
and
up?
then
that
now,
was-
but now there's
Yeah,
proof that it
there's-
broke in half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but them just being
They
like
gaslit her.
They
did.
gaslit her.
100%.
I saw a video on TikTok that was. It's like how we think the Titanic sunk, and all the lights are on and stuff. It's like how it really was.
Pitch black. Yeah.
Sinking. Hell no.
What a nightmare.
No. But
Wait, if it hit an iceberg head on, how does it break in half in the middle?
it's the way that the because all the water goes in on that, and that heavily weighs it down, and then that top it like breaks.
The water went in on the bottom of the boat, and it was making it.
It
scraped
happens
the
with a
side
lot
of
of sinking stuff. Is that it loads in one way and then it causes it to shift another way. So here's a little.
A little animation of how it happened.
We have to watch an entire movie. This was the action.
Wait, that's really
So
interesting.
it's
Actually,
sinking. It's getting heavy.
Right.
See,
wow.
the front is very heavy, and then it's supposed to snap. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I dealt with my nothing compared to the Titanic, obviously, for the victims. I dealt with my own nightmare today.
What?
Did you?
Yeah, at the mall.
Oh, at the mall.
What happened?
At the mall check.
Okay,
Zane's
so
worst nightmare.
all right. So all the time when I'm on TikTok, I just see interviews at the mall, at the beach,
Word on the street type shit.
Yeah, and
Just like running up to a random person,
Exactly.
mic in the face, camera on, go. Like answer
I've
the question.
always hated those videos. Every time I look at it, I'm like, thank God I'm not in that. Oh my God, what a nightmare
The only ones
for
that-
me to be in a video like that, because I'm just like, I could never be prepared enough to be in a video like
The
that.
only ones I want to be in is if they catch what I'm listening to.
Sure, yeah,
You're
that
listening
one-
to a cool hip song. You're like, I hope someone comes up
Sure,
and asks.
the clever ones, how much, like, or what do you do for work? I
Yeah.
love those.
How much
Those-
is in your bank account?
just
I
anything,
love
those. Oh my
anything where it's
gosh.
just like an interesting question, sure. But we're at the mall, and it's me, Heath, and Mariah. We're at the mall today just to do last minute shopping in Japan. And I remember right before we walked in, I just see all the people in there. I'm just like, I hate malls. I
packed.
genuinely hate malls. I already
And
get
it's so much walking. You
it's
gotta
just-
be like.
I just don't like to be in any place like a mall. I don't know what it is. I just don't like malls anymore.
yeah.
And we're walking in. I say that, and we go to 2 stores, and we go in the food court, and all of a sudden I get a tap, turn around, boom,
Lights,
boom,
camera, action.
lights, camera, action. Mic in my face, camera got in the middle of the food court. How I couldn't even believe that this was
Are
happening.
they
in the
like
food-
some young kids doing
Yeah,
YouTube
yeah.
stuff?
Yeah, it was
Did
like-
they know who you were?
I don't know. It was just TikTokers. And the minute I turn around, I was just like, oh my, I blacked out. I was like, oh, because you don't want to be the person that goes, no. It's live action ready. Like you can't deny it. Like you don't want to be that person, right? And I knew in my head, 99% this is going to make it on TikTok, right? And I'm like, oh my God, what's the question? And the girl goes, kiss or slap. And I'm like, oh my God.
The worst.
To who? They show you a picture of someone?
No, the girl
But
asked him,
girl asked me, kiss or slap. And the guy's
does that
recording.
mean?
Do you want to kiss her or
Slap.
like
Or
get
do you want to
slapped?
get slapped? So I'm like,
Hold on. Did they have another girl there and asked, do you want to kiss
No,
her?
it's
Listen,
the girl.
the
it's
girl-
a girl
You're
and a
talking
guy.
about what you prefer?
No.
Okay, I'm sorry.
The thing is, the girl will go, kiss or slap. And if you say kiss, she'll kiss you. If you say slap, she'll slap you.
In the
Like
face.
that's
That's
it's just
the
like
trend.
it's just
Okay.
Yeah,
That
it's
is
just
junk.
But
Yeah.
okay, so and that's what I like. That was my nightmare. My nightmare happened in the mall today. So she kiss or slap, and I'm like, oh fuck. I'm looking at the camera like, God damn, like I knew it wasn't going to be cut, and that's what stressed me out the most.
I'm on the side watching Zane.
Heath immediately walks away because he's like, I will not. So he walks away. I don't even think you're watching at this point, right?
I stood there and like I stepped to the side. I looked at the guy. I looked at Zane. Zane was like this, and then she asked him the question. I saw Zane. He just like froze.
I just they caught me so off guard, and I blacked out. I pretty much blacked out. And
Zane was like, kiss.
And then
no. So she goes kiss or slap, and I go slap. I like in my head, she's gonna slap me. Fine, whatever. I'll take the slap. It'll be funny. I'll laugh. Nice slap. Walk away. Boom. Done. Nightmare over. And then I go slap, and then she turns her ass around and goes slap. And I'm like, the middle of the food court. Everybody's watching, and I'm
And
like,
it's a scene. Like they're filming
it's a
this.
scene. Yeah. I'm looking. I'm like, I don't. It's just not being cut, and that's what kills me, right? They're not cutting this.
And you're not editing it. Like
there's
it's
no
not-
editing. Mariah's not sitting there editing it. This is the dude is just. It's just I just knew it was
The
all
worst.
staring. And I'm like, and I hated that. Like now looking back, it's like I should have just slapped her.
It's a lose-lose.
It's a lose-lose situation I was in. I was just like, oh my God. I was like, I feel I'm uncomfortable slapping you. I didn't know who this girl was. I didn't know how old this girl was. I just was uncomfortable with the whole situation.
So he
I
told
didn't
him
wanna do
that.
it.
He said, "I'm uncomfortable right now."
Yeah, and I was like, I don't
Good.
feel like slapping you. She still stood there. She was like, slap. And I was like, fine. And I just tapped it. I went, that's it, right? And I walked away, and I was like, I shouldn't have even done that because I don't even.
It's lose.
What's this video gonna do? I have no idea what I just walked
you're
into.
Just blindsided.
I was just so trapped,
that is
and it was
trash content. Sorry.
Yeah.
Exactly,
It's
it
cheap.
was. It was cheap trash
Yeah.
content. I just hated that I was a part of that, and I just know that's gonna be up at some point, and I just fucking hate that.
It probably is now.
Probably is now. Yeah, Heath was like, you know, they're editing that shit right now.
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
fucking pushing that shit through. Bro, I was so hot and sweaty after that, just thinking about it. I kept trying to like not think about it. I was like, Heath, oh, this Chipotle is good right now. And then I'll
Yeah, he
stop
kept trying to
talking. I'll
change
just
the
be like, like thinking about the
Horrible.
monstrosity I just put myself in.
That's
We
horrible.
were talking about it though. Like I hate what social media and like social media fame has like done to people, making people want to just do this like stuff in public and be like obnoxious and like
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Hate it. I hate
Like
it.
it's a crazy time we live in.
Never been a fan of those interview things. It's
What
just-
happened to free hugs? Remember that?
Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
I know, but the bar keeps getting higher.
Yeah, and you know what? If it was like not being filmed, I don't think it would have been that. I think it was that camera where like now I know that millions of people could possibly see this, and I just have to like worry about
Should have
that.
said,
It's
stop. Don't talk to me, loser, lame-o wannabe.
and you know what's crazy? I felt so like it just sucked that there's nothing I could do about that.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that footage, right? It was done, and then they ran off.
Right.
It's out of your hands.
It's
And
in
there
the
was just-
hands of them.
That was it. It was just like, damn, that just stunk.
I love
Stunk.
I do like the people that will they'll go up and be like a chocolate bar or 12 ounces of silver, and they'll just have like a silver bar or a chocolate bar, and seeing people pick the chocolate bar literally 9 times out of 10.
I've never seen that.
like that type of stuff.
So the guy
I
goes
love.
and he hands people around gold.
He'll have like gold bars, and he'll like go to give it to people, and like that one's a little like corny, but like where you give them the option like chocolate bar or solid silver, and they go chocolate bar.
I really like the I don't know if it's the same guy, but he goes, "Do you want this?" It'll be like a product. Like, do you want this or do you want what's inside this special box?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love watching those because it'll be like a nice hoodie or like a nice like pair of pants, just like really simple and it's just fun seeing what they
like when they go
pick
into
in
like
that
an
moment.
old pawn shop and they're like, "Do you want what's in the mystery
No,
box?"
no, it's kind of like in like on the
Those are
street.
so. That'll be $15. well, I'll give you the 15, or I'll give you this
mystery box.
mystery shoebox. And they're like, I can't accept a mystery shoebox as a form of payment.
Like, this is my fucking job. This is it's the
expect from these
person's
people?
job. You know, people who work in those, be aware if the mystery box happened. Take the mystery box, because usually they never screw the person over. But it's just these poor people are like, this is silly. Get out of here. It's their business.
Did you see the guy who was stranded in the middle of nowhere and he had no cell service, and he couldn't like send like a text or a message or a call out? So he put his phone on a drone.
Yes.
And flew the drone up in the air to get it high enough and out to send the text
coolest
message.
things I've ever seen.
Good thinking.
Yeah.
Genius.
If only the girls in Fall had that.
Or at Coachella.
Didn't they have a drone in Fall? Or wait, I can't remember if they did in the movie.
Like, that is so cool.
I think
is
they may have
genius.
saw. I think they saw a drone, but like I don't think anything.
Oh,
Or no,
right.
they had a drone and then it like
oh fuck yeah. Damn.
Such heads up thinking.
that is. That's
I
really
love
that's
it.
really
You
smart.
should always get a drone that's at least strong enough to hold a phone. Though.
Yeah.
I was also thinking about it. The one that I have to fly from my phone. So I would be like, knowing me,
Damn it.
I'd be stuck and I'd be like, oh my God, my drone, I'm saved.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like,
You need your phone.
yeah. But I just thought that was so cool.
It's just it works as by Bluetooth, right? You don't need service to fly a drone.
Well, depending on the drone, you can either have like the remote controller that, you know, is separate, or like mine is from the phone, and you have to like sync it on the app and you fly with your phone.
But it's connecting through Bluetooth.
It's not Bluetooth. It's like it's just like any RC.
It's like RC. It's on a
Yeah.
frequency.
Oh, okay.
It's like RC cars are on frequencies.
Ah, okay.
Did you ever play Zip Zaps? Or like
No.
the
What
tiny
is that?
little micro
Yes,
cars
those
that
were
Radio
cheap.
Shack
They were
had?
cheap.
Oh,
Those were
yeah.
junky. It had nothing compared to the little gun trigger with the
Oh,
little
yeah, yeah.
needle on the track.
Oh yeah.
Started watching this show.
The Offer.
No,
Stop.
The only show I can think of ever.
Outlast.
Outlast. What is
Oh
it?
yeah.
Oh
That
yeah. I watched the whole season.
You finished it?
Yeah.
Just like, you want to talk about people doing some scummy shit on a reality
That
show?
was I cannot believe that was scummier than fucking
What's the
Survivor.
premise?
That was
What's the
crazy.
premise?
Okay,
so,
so-
there's 4 different teams that are in the middle of Alaska.
Okay.
Right, so they're separated. There's 4 people on each team, and they have to like work together and outlast, like be the longest person living out there.
Are these all different types of people, or are they
From
like
all- no,
survivalist
from-
type people?
They're
So, like,
survivalist type people.
Some people
it's
are
like
some people
Survivor. It's not
aren't.
like you got a
some people are
banker.
like-
You got
but they all like
Well,
the
yeah,
wild.
they
though.
they all have normal jobs, but they have experience. Like someone's like, I went fishing with my dad when I was younger. I have this. Like
Right.
they all had different skills that
Yeah.
will help the group.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And yeah.
you have to win in a team. You can't be alone out there. So it's like they're building these crazy setups, like literally like a fortress. And
Yeah, like Swiss Family Robinson,
cutting down
like,
trees,
homes.
stacking stuff up, and like living out there.
And you can win with a team between 2 or as big. You can make the group as big as possible or as small.
Do they
But
know
as
about
long
the
as-
other tribes?
Yes,
the other
yes,
teams?
they do. So sometimes they eventually will run into each other. You can trade. You can
They're-
be like, I heard you're good at fishing. Like, come with us. And they're like, I already built a relationship. I'm already friends with these people. I would rather not. Or
They get sick of them.
They leave them high and dry. They take.
Yeah.
Is it cold or hot?
It's in Alaska. It's like
It's cold.
like
Okay.
30-degree weather.
Isn't
Raining.
it like 2 months before winter
Yeah.
or a month before winter? So if they last a month, winter hits, it's snowing. It's
Are they wearing like?
So they got like
Outdoor wear?
they
It's
got a
like-
sleeping bag, and they got like the clothes to bring. But then they had to like go find a spot to build a shelter and had to like do all that from scratch. But they got like a tarp. They got like basic stuff.
Okay.
That like tools to be out there to survive.
But still watching it, you know they're having a miserable time.
But like they didn't get
Yeah.
fishing rods or anything like that. They had to like build things. So like a few weeks into it or whatever, they were given a task. A helicopter will drop stuff out of the sky and be like, here's the mission. There's an island up the river, up the stream. And they had to build a boat to get it to cross to go to this island
Okay.
to get crab
Yeah.
baskets. Right.
But
so then they can fish
meanwhile-
for crab because they're starving this entire
right. There's
time.
all these tasks going on and they're trying to survive. But there are some people that have no luck with fishing, so they're starving and they're too sick to continue. They're or they'll eat the fish and they'll get really sick, so they have to be taken
Yeah.
away, and then they're done. So then the helicopter, when those sick people leave, the helicopter drops down, those people that left write a letter saying like, thank you so much. Like I had so much fun with you. Like
Yeah.
a heartfelt
It's
letter
cool.
to their group.
And every
it's
time-
Do they make it be like they're dead or is it like
Every time
it's
somebody
it's not cheesy
not
or
game showy.
dramatic.
Yeah,
it's
no.
very like well done.
every time somebody is like goes
yes.
home, they fire a flare
flare.
gun, but they see a flare gun, but nobody knows who it is.
They just
Yeah.
know it's one more. It's literally Hunger Games.
it's really
Yeah.
cool.
crazy.
So if I'm ready to tap out, like I'm starving, I lost so much weight, I don't feel good, this is not good for my body, I can shoot the flare. But like he said, all the other teams see is one flare in the air, and they're like, "What group is that? Like, I don't know who that was."
But
I
that's
wonder who
one
it was.
less person.
So then
Yeah.
people started venturing off, like they'd cross the river and go see the other like tribes, and they would just be like,
And they try to get in their head.
Yes.
They'll tell them lies.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
oh no,
like,
we're catching a bunch of fish
What's-
over here.
There's almost like no rules, right?
there's no
there's-
rules.
there's
Just
no
do
rules
what
out
you
there.
need to survive. And there was people stealing from other people.
People took it to the limit though.
Yeah, they were becoming so scummy that there were people that left. They were killing it. They were doing amazing for themselves, but they left because they were like, I didn't sign up to play this way.
No one's voting anybody off,
No.
right?
No.
Oh, see, then that's where it's like you can't judge me off anything because what do
Yeah.
I have to lose? I'm in
Exactly.
survival truly.
Or
as
Or
it
like
is.
sometimes like say I have beef with another group because they did something scummy or whatever happened, and then everyone from my group shot their flares and they left. Now I'm alone. You're not allowed to be alone. So now I
You
have
have to
no
be
choice
taken
but
in.
to beg, please take me in.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we're good. Or
you
or
cannot
like,
be by
sure.
yourself. You have to be with a group.
It's very intense, and it's so well done and realistic. It's
I was
not
really,
cheesy.
really surprised
It's not
how
like
good the
it's
show
not
was.
scripted or anything.
No,
it's
like
definitely not.
feeding them lines.
No, Matt, I
and
looked all
shit.
these people up on Instagram.
It's crazy
wow.
because
They're like normal.
people were like stealing, like doing like crazy shit that you'd be like, I can't believe people are doing this on this show right now.
But after 30, 40 days, I think
But then they were there's like GoPros like set up like to record all this stuff going on at the camps. So then the contestants were like, our whole campsite just got raided. Like what happened? So then they went back and looked into like the GoPros and rewatched footage that was recording for the TV show to figure out who was messing with that.
And it's like you get attached to certain people and you're rooting for them to win and you're like, they could really use the money. They're amazing. There's male, female, 20-year-old, 50, 60-year-olds. Like
Yeah.
they're
There's
all over the
confessionals
board.
and stuff.
No.
No.
Oh,
it's
there's
all-
no confessionals.
They're
No,
just,
wait.
Like where there's cutaways to where they're like,
yes,
There
yes,
is
yes.
confessionals,
Yes,
yeah.
there
Yes,
are.
you're right. Yes.
yeah, there is.
But yeah, there are. It's sad. Like the person that Heath and I got really attached to that we were rooting for, he was one of the best ones out there. Like
He was
just
so sweet. He's just this
this
old, sweet guy.
sweet guy. And he left because those people he had morals and he was just like, I wanted this to be a great experience and they're making it so like demonic. He was
Yeah.
like, that is so inhumane. Like, how can you treat people like that? That's the reason why he left.
they should
It was
have like
crazy.
it's like your Bachelor Paradise after.
Yeah,
it's like a whole
yeah,
different one where everyone from Outlast just goes and parties
but no,
for 2
but now
weeks.
put them on a tropical island.
yeah.
The editing is very good though. Like
Yeah.
they'll be like, this guy's complaining how demonic they are, and then it cuts to them and they're doing demonic shit, and it's like
It was
they're
wild.
so and you're just like, please.
Piece of shit.
It's very it's
But you should
intense.
check it out.
That does sound
Actually,
pretty
I'm really
Enjoyed
listening.
it.
Why don't I need to anymore?
Yeah.
I know.
Whole rundown.
I mean, it's
but
really good.
definitely watch it.
I've just
Good
never
watch.
seen something like that. Like it was Hunger Games minus the killing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is there like a games master or anything?
No.
That was the helicopter that would like drop stuff.
There's
Is
like
it-
no
it's not-
host
there's no
out
host.
there.
There's
no.
not like Greg.
No.
That's why it's not like theatrical. They just get right to the chase and they're doing the thing. They're surviving.
Wow.
All right, let's jump into the unwind real quick because we do have a guest coming over to do
Yeah.
our bonus episode.
Let's have him
on
jump into
Patreon.
the unwinds when he gets here.
Hop in.
Just a little something.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check out Cremoda. We got the Cremacha starter kit that you can get. We also have all of our coffee, cake cups, ground. We've got espresso. We also just restocked our new, well, they're not new, but we restocked our black tumblers and just good quality build. Cremoda.com if you want to check that out. And then our Patreon, patreon.com/Zane and Heath, where you can get early access to all these episodes. You get them ad-free. You're going to get them a couple days early. You get all the back catalog of everything that we've ever posted on Patreon. Patreon as soon as you sign up, and we do bonus episodes every single month. And yeah, you just get a bunch of good stuff.
You can check out this podcast every Monday audio form on Spotify, on Pandora, on Google, Apple Podcasts, all those apps. And then on Tuesday, we post the video form on youtube.com/Zane and Heath.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We love you. And we'll see you next week.
Love y'all.
Arigato, baby.
Arigato.